And welcome everybody to Barggianos. My name is Chuck. I'm your hostess with the leastest, and with me as always,
Matt.
Look at Matt. Oh, Matt. Such a good. It's good to see your face, buddy.
Long day,
long night, long winter, long everything.
The weekend's here.
It is here. I can smell it.
Yeah.
It's a Thursday evening here. It's a late night Barggianos session tonight.
Thirsty Thursday.
Ooh, I like that. You want to start off with the traditional drink bell, that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, come and get that bell here real fast. Let's go. Let me open that beer. You know what? Can you open it for me? I'll explain why in a second.
Oh, jeez.
I know. I'll explain.
You got lotion on your hands.
I may have lotion on my hands, yeah. I was doing dirty things before the podcast started. That means washing them. Ring that bell, asshole. All right. Cheers, buddy. That's pretty nice.
Tastes better after a long day.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so we went out tonight and I got a haircut, which I was expecting a few compliments, but thanks a lot. You didn't even notice. But
notice the gray.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's distinguished.
Yeah.
It's very distinguished. But no, dude, my hands are chapped as hell. You've been like that?
Yeah.
God, I got this, but I have this special like lotion I use. It's whatever.
Jizz.
It's not jizz. No, that's for the my back when I get the dry patches. But no, the it's,
Cum shot.
Nope, not that either. You're very close though. You're very close. No, the magic is in the lotion. I think it's called Ursin, but it's like repair lotion. So me and my son and I use it when our hands get crazy, and you put it on, and it burns like a motherfucker for like a minute. When you walked in, I was like kind of like doing this. I mean, I'm talking pretty painful. And
Like
then,
chlamydia.
I don't know. I've never really had the chlamydia.
Me neither.
You tell me. Is it like chlamydia or is
Burns.
it burns? Burns like an Usher song.
Yeah.
Let's just say. But anyway, after about a minute goes by, everything just goes away, and your hands are just like the pain goes away too.
Yeah.
But usually I wash my hands after I'm done. They were clean before, but I can't get the beer cap open. I feel like an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny story about the lotion. So when we were bowling, well, let's back it up a little bit.
Jumping right into the night.
Yeah. 2 days ago, my hands were just like you are. And, my wife's like, "Oh, will you scratch my back?" Well, I didn't scratch it. I like use it. She's like, "Jesus, here." She's got lotion by her bed. She's got, take it for what you want.
No question.
It's a big tub of lotion.
You said she gets a lot of runny noses too. That's what the tissues are for.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Understandable.
And so anyway, I used that lotion that night. Damn good lotion. Well, I didn't think about it. So yesterday, when we were bowling, I was like, I'm having trouble holding on to the ball. I put lotion on before I went to bowl. So not only was my hand not swollen, I had lotion on my hands. And I just thought about it today when I put lotion on. I was like, God damn.
It was funny. I remember you saying that the ball kept slipping out of your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just so you know, when you put lotion on your hands, it makes your hands slippery. So if no one's ever explained that to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And that's what Barggianos is all about, educating and informative details.
Is that like Easy Slide or rosin?
I don't know. I'm not that good at that.
Yeah.
Don't even ask me. Don't even quiz me on that one. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's so damn cold outside. I'm just sick. I'm sick of being cold. I'm sick of walking outside. I go to the gym all the time, and at the rec center, and I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go. I would just work out in the basement down here. Barggiano's got a pump room. We'll pump out in there. So, but I just don't want to walk from the car to even inside. So it's supposed to warm up though. So
It is. It's been absolutely terrible outside.
Anyway, I seen something today. I never really told you this. So I wanted to pick your brain. Did you see? There is, I think about maybe a month ago. I forget. There was this woman named Lily Phillips. She's a quote-unquote porn star. I'm not sure what that means as far as she making film or she's just like a celebrity becoming a porn star. But this is the woman that allegedly, I'm pretty sure I got these facts right, but she slept with 100 men in one day.
Over in England?
I believe so, yeah. Her name's, it says Lily Phillips. I got to pull it up here. There's a picture. Because I believe there was another one that wanted to beat her to do 1,000 men in a day. which
Crazy.
I mean, that's ambition and drive I respect, but holy hole, that's wide. So, yeah, 23-year-old best known for crying after sleeping with over 100 men in 12 hours. Calls widespread confusion when she shared a photo of herself today cradling a baby bump. She's pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to do the air horn. Yeah, that's
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Miss Phillips.
So there's so much to throw out there. Like, okay, you I get so many questions. You have 100 men you slept with.
Yeah.
First off, do you find the baby daddy?
Well, yeah, she needs money, obviously. I mean, that's why she slept with 100 men. I mean, so yes, but I mean, first you can weed it out who's had a vasectomy. So then you narrow the field.
You sound very experienced, like this has happened to you before.
Yeah. I'm a little bit intrigued though. So not that I'd want to stand in a line of 100 dudes, but thinking about this, like, obviously there's 100 guys that were interested, more than 100, I'm sure, and they only picked 100. Would you want to be first in the middle, or would you want to be 100th?
Oh, I mean, first, right?
I would hope.
I mean, why would you want to be last?
I don't know.
It's like jumping down an elevator chute by that point, isn't it?
You would think.
I don't know. Maybe that's where the lotion comes in too.
Yeah,
With the smooth hands, and maybe she could open my beer for me.
But now she's pregnant. Now, the other question is, does she sleep with any other guys outside of that 100 during that period she could have got pregnant?
Well, that's where the controversy is, because they're also saying she's holding a baby bump in a picture, and maybe I'll put the picture here, because I like to be the guy that says like and subscribe and everything. I'm gonna be that guy now. But anyway, she was holding a bump, and they're saying timeline wise, is that even possible? So she could have been pregnant when she was filming this. So that baby's gonna have a huge soft spot on his head. I mean, 100 times. That's not Merry Christmas.
Well, no, not on the head. I don't think the baby's head down until they're ready.
I was kind of making a joke, but yeah, but
or a deeper belly button.
Do you imagine being that kid when he grows up if she was pregnant, because he was technically involved in that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a Mother's
he got
Day.
tickled quite a few times.
Oh my God! Way to hit that one out right in the head there. But
yeah.
What else did it say there? It said, I was reading this. I was fascinated though. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine. Oh, then they were mentioning that one guy goes, "I'm sorry, but this is truly disgusting. You're clearly not pregnant." Another agreed. They're trying to say she's faking it, and I don't know if she said this or the people were saying it online, but that they may make it into a game show to find out who the dad is. So next question is, would people watch that?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a reality TV guy, so that's my deep dark secret.
Hold off on that, because I want to come back to that. Hold on.
Yeah.
So just to wrap this up, my question is, if you have 100 or 1,000, does it make a difference? I mean, technically, is it just as bad if it's 1,000 versus 100?
Yeah. I mean 100, 101, 500, 1,000. That's bad.
That's a lot of Dalmatians.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Anyway, I seen that today. I was like, oh, like that is that's eruptive. But
she must have watched that show, Silicon Valley, when they talked about mean jerk time.
Yes.
Yeah. Dick the floor,
The ratios had been figured out.
Yeah. Tip to tip, and you get 2 at one time. Like, one of the best skits around.
There is a skit, or not skit. It's in the show Silicon Valley. It was a show on HBO. Yeah, and what the hell were they talking about? It was the guy was trying to think of something, and it's something about jerking off all the guys in the audience, as a whim, and then they just magically start turning it into an equation, and by the end of the episode, they're sitting there with chalkboards. And
yeah, absolutely. So if you guys haven't seen it, I haven't watched the show. I've watched that. We won't call it a skit. But that portion of the one show, Silicon Valley, if you just Google mean jerk time, I'm sure it'll pop up.
Maybe I'll share that on the social media sites.
Yeah.
How about that? Look at us using our utilities and our tools.
Yeah.
Well, like cavemen. Oh, no. So, Matt, another one I was going to ask you. We're talking different subject matters and thinking of some fun stuff here. What would you say is a guilty pleasure of yours?
Well, I mean, I watch reality TV shows.
Bingo. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I'm going to ring that bell. There we go. Did you... Oh, no. Hey, hit one of the buttons. Something's got to happen.
Yeah.
Right? What is your...
Here we go.
What is your guilty... You said you love reality shows. First off,
Yeah.
let me explain to the audience. This man does not watch movies. You know how you sit there and you reference a movie and everyone knows the line, and we're getting older and younger people don't recognize it. He's never recognized one line. You said you've never watched movies. Like, that was not your thing.
No. I think I probably saw like 3 or 4 movies, like start to finish.
That's crazy.
In one setting. Like, we talk about Christmas movies, like The Christmas Story, Home Alone, things like that. I've seen the whole movie, but I've never sat down and watched the whole movie in one
Even
sitting.
as like a kid, though, like you didn't like go to Blockbuster and rent the movies and the whole experience.
No, when I did the Blockbuster and rent a movie, it was usually with a lady friend, and I still didn't watch the movie.
But okay, walk me through your 5th grade, 4th grade. What'd you do on a Friday night?
No, it was probably outside playing street hockey.
But I did that too. But I would look forward to be like, hey, let's go get a movie for the night on a weekend. There was no internet back then. There was no.
Well, Saturdays my parents bowled, so Saturday night I was always at the alley with my parents. And then when we'd come home, it was a treat to watch like roller derby. They'd go around the rink and they'd knock the shit out of each other around the rink.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was on Saturday nights, and that was like a treat. If we would stay up extra late coming home from the bowling alley.
That was
and we
like
got to watch.
Yeah, that was really late.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
That was like Saturday Night Live would be on, and then after that would be either that show or something in between it. But if I remember making that, I was definitely falling asleep for the roller. And that was, you can find those on YouTube. There's clips.
Yeah.
I've watched those go back, and they actually hold up. I enjoy. They're very. There was one like a real old lady on there, like an old broad, and she was. I think the woman like got clothesline, like because it's kind of like wrestling. It's kind of scripted in a sense, but the woman like legitly, let someone clothesline her. I mean, she'd be like close to 70 years old. They just knocked the shit out of her. Yeah, and I was like, that's pretty interesting. So. But okay, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. But you like roller hockey, and you'll talk about this, but you don't watch any movies.
Don't watch movies.
So what would you say is your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
No.
I don't understand it.
No, I've watched like 4.
That's crazy.
I go to the movies and I fall asleep. No, I did say there's a movie coming out that I saw a trailer for, and it's called The Monkey.
Yeah.
You seen the trailer for The Monkey?
I've heard that movie.
So I did tell the wife and kids that I'd go see The Monkey, but it's a horror film. It's about a monkey, and crazy shit happens. It kills people.
You and monkeys. I can. Every time I'm talking about monkeys. So
yeah,
that's interesting. So anyway, back to what is your guilty pleasure reality show?
Oh, there's too many.
The one I'm referring to, though.
There's too many. Chuck's probably trying to bait me into like Love is Blind.
Maybe.
Yeah. So there it is. Okay.
I just love the fact for the guy that doesn't watch movies or he's way into sports. You love it. Hey, I'm not knocking the show. I'm just saying for a guy that doesn't watch TV, the one show you're picking is the.
I mean, so them shows are funny to me. So we got, the Love is Blind and The Ultimatum and Bachelor or Bachelorette. Like, all that shit is funny to me because nowhere in real life take the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, is like 10 dudes, 100 dudes going in and like just kissing this one girl 30 seconds after another dude like that doesn't happen.
It does happen in real life. I knew a girl that had sex with 100 men in one night.
Yeah. So it's a little bit comical to me.
Yeah.
Those shows. So, I do watch them. I forget the characters that are in there, but there is another neighbor, Gertie. Mm-hmm. that when she comes down, we on a Friday or Saturday night, we will sit around and talk about The Love Is Blind or Paradise Island or The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. So that's my guilty pleasure. But I also watch Big Brother. Big Brother's probably my favorite show.
Really? I don't think I knew that one.
Yeah. I said if ever I become rich to where I don't have to work, I would apply to be on that show. I think I'd be a phenomenal player. I'd love to be on that show. Love it.
Maybe one day we'll have a Barggianos Big Brother edition down here.
Yeah.
I call that COVID because I can't leave the house, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd love Big Brother.
You're in. You're my first contestant.
Yeah, I've watched every season, Big Brother.
Well, since we're being honest, do you know my guilty TV pleasure?
What's that?
Have I ever told you this?
Channel 98 when you were 12 years old.
Sounds familiar, but...
I think it's 98, right? Like the porn that had the squigglies.
For a guy who doesn't watch TV, I sure know a whole lot about the dirty world.
The good channels.
So I'll give you a little hint here. Do you recognize this theme song? This has to do... I'll explain the story in a second. I don't know how long this is going to be. Let's see. Pull up the audio here. Do you recognize this?
Murder, She Wrote.
You damn Skippy.
Hold on. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, you're trying to...
No, I got it right.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. So everyone I've told that to, like, what the hell are you talking about? Why would that be that? So the look at it down here. What had happened on that one was my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, my wife and I, we were playing a couple years ago. We started playing board games during the wintertime, like now when we're just stuck in snow hell. And we were talking about it'd be cool if we found like really old games that we played as kids that we never either forgot existed or we just didn't know how to play or they don't make anymore. And that came into my head was when I was younger, they had I was probably maybe 5 years old, a Murder She Wrote game. So it looked like Clue. The game looked really cool, the board game. No idea how to play it. Nobody played with me. I just remembered as a kid. I go, man, maybe I'll look that up. Went on eBay, got me a copy of it, brought it over there. We played it. It was a heck of a game. So it became kind of a joke. We're like, oh, Murder, She Wrote. And I start talking about Murder, She Wrote because I think a lot of people have this. When I was younger, we go to my grandma's house, spend the night, and that would be on all the time. Just hearing that song reminds me of sitting in my grandma's living room, being bored stiff, bored just to death. And yeah, anyway, so I'm like, whatever. So we got the board game. We did this one night. My wife's working. I'm like, I'm gonna put on an episode of Murder She Wrote. Where is it's on Peacock? Okay, let's check out some Peacock. It wasn't so bad. It's an hour long. It's a mystery. It's a whodunit. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Clue, which of course you have not. So anybody in the audience, if you've ever seen the movie Clue, it's very similar to that, where you're in and you're out. And the other cool thing is it's from the 80s. It's very nostalgic. And like every actor you ever known has been in the show as like not necessarily starting out, but a guest star or something. So yeah, so we sit there and have a few cocktails and we'll watch Murder, She Wrote. So I don't know if it's as bad as the Love Show, but it's up there.
I don't know. I think we need to have a vote on this.
We need a poll?
Yeah, we need a poll. Reality TV or Murder, She Wrote. And we can narrow it down to, love shows if you'd like.
Okay. So what's the official poll? Which one's a better thing to watch? Or
Yeah.
which one's more embarrassing to admit that you watch?
I mean, I'm not embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed either.
Everybody's got a guilty pleasure. It's just whether they admit they have that guilty pleasure.
Very true. What is your guilty pleasure, audience? That's the real question. The answer is Barggianos podcast.
Barggianos.
Yeah. We figured it
For
out.
sure.
Figured it out.
For sure.
I hope so. But yeah, so that was my as a kid. But yeah, it's funny. We've watched there's like 12 seasons, and so we'll get we'll be drinking, feeling pretty good. Sometimes we'll get home the other night, like 1 a.m. We're like, oh, let's throw an episode of Murder, She Wrote. And I have no remembrance of watching the show. So the next day, I'm like, did we watch a show? I was kind of drunk, and yeah. And
So have you seen every episode?
I have not.
How many episodes are there?
I don't know the exact number, but I know there's 12 seasons, and there's a shit ton of episodes.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing about the Murder She Wrote is because every episode, obviously, someone, for the most part, gets murdered, and they're saying there's a theory. Because if you've never seen the show, that the concept is she is an older woman. I believe she was a teacher, became a mystery novel writer, novelist, and then she became famous. And then all of a sudden, she lives like in this like Cabot Cove town, like a beach town, and she goes and does things, visits people, and everywhere she goes, someone gets murdered, and then she helps figure it out. She's the nosiest broad in the world, but they're saying, wouldn't you just avoid being around this woman at all costs? And then there's a theory that she may be like a serial killer.
Ah, yeah.
So it's kind of a funny show, but yeah, that's my jams. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be pretty embarrassed to watch Murder, She Wrote.
At one point I was, but I'm not. Yeah.
You get to that age and you just don't give a shit anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I'll watch sports all night, and my guilty pleasure comes in when I'm going to bed. Like I'll lay in bed, and that's when I'll watch my guilty pleasure shows.
Yeah. You're trying to wind down. Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
Yep. Yeah.
You watch TV every night?
Yes.
Are you a person that falls asleep with the TV on?
Sometimes.
Do you need the TV on to fall asleep?
No.
Okay, good. I was going to have to probably stop being your friend if you're that person.
But like when I, sleep in hotels, I'll turn the sleep timer off.
Mm-hmm.
I like to fall asleep with the TV on, but I don't like it on in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's almost like white noise, like if I had a sleep timer on my TV, it'd be fantastic. But I got an old TV. I mean, I think you got newer TVs in Barggianos.
I don't know about that, but we have a TV. It's probably over 15 years old. It was one of the first. It's a 43 inch. I don't think they make 43 inches. It only goes 42 inches, but it's like an old Sony one, and it's got like a really thick bar at the bottom. Like the sound sounds really good. But we put this in our bedroom. Do you remember like when you had a TV on the wall? It was cool. You're like, oh my god, I'm on MTV Cribs. So we got that in there, and probably 3-4 years we used it, and then kind of once iPads came out, we quit using it, and then now I just try not to I don't even have like an iPad in the bedroom or turn the TV on. I would try to read a book. I got Murder, She Wrote novels too. I read too. I got that as a joke from my brother-in-law. But I try to read something before I go to bed, like something physical. It helps my mind gets too stimulated.
Yeah, my wife watches her phone, like Facebook Reels, TikTok, things
like in bed.
Yeah,
and it's a bad habit.
Yeah, and I just first of all,
unless you're watching a Barggianos reel,
right. I don't know how you sit there and just watch your phone. That's so small.
My part is like your brain just doesn't get a chance to fall asleep.
Yeah, because you're constantly just flipping.
They say too something with the light, like when you're like watching TV or your phone, like that, and everything else is dark and the light's coming at you. Somehow it messes with you trying to fall asleep, or I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV, but yeah, I remember hearing that from a long time. And I remember when I quit doing that, it was easier to fall asleep, I should say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't turn the TV off until the last minute. That's why I fall asleep with the TV on. So as soon as I know I'm going to go to sleep, but I can sleep anywhere. So
really,
yeah.
Another one they say is you don't, and I've done this a long time ago. I quit doing it. Was you don't get into bed, like watch TV for like an hour and then try to fall asleep, because try that sometime. Like watch TV in the living room, then get right into bed, go to sleep. Your body like gets used to that comfortableness of like, oh good, I'm on something soft. But if you've been sitting in bed for an hour or two and you roll over, it's harder to get quote unquote comfortable, because your body's like, well, I've been like this for an hour. I've been comfortable. When I quit doing that, it helped me tremendously as far as falling asleep. So I could never like fall asleep after sitting in bed.
Oh, I can fall asleep anywhere.
Matt, wake up.
Yeah, right.
Can't watch a damn movie, but you can fall asleep in a theater. Weirdo.
Mm-hmm. So what's the big plans for Barggianos this weekend?
Big plans? I don't know. A lot going on. It's the wife works Saturday. Friday night tomorrow, we may have a little Barggiano get together over here. You got anything on?
Or Saturday we can have the hose in this house. The hose in this house.
Are you bringing the hose over here?
No.
Is there a hose section I'm not aware of in the Barggianos?
In the pump room.
The pump room. There's a pump room.
Yeah.
That's episode 6. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you believe we're on episode 5?
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that went fast.
It did.
That's
and just to think, like, we had nothing Nothing on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, but a thought and an idea. And now 2 months later, we got all the lights.
Less than 2 months, yeah.
Yeah. 5 episodes deep.
I mean, we got a quote-unquote studio. We got some lighting. We got...
I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just show up and talk, and then I jet out the door.
You kind of do. You're just a pretty face. I was telling my wife that. I go, Matt's kind of just the talent at this point, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay. I like editing. I like doing all that fun stuff. But
Editing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to edit about this face.
Not the face, but the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, you're perfect. You're
Yeah.
a very pretty man, Matt.
Yeah, we got to, maybe this weekend we can get Derek on.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's an official Barggianos teaser right there coming at you.
Yeah. Derek. Oh, what a teddy bear. We got to get him in the right move.
How would you explain Derek to the audience? First off, he's a Barggiano patron. Patreon. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Patron.
Probably the first Barggianos patron.
Yeah, probably minus my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get on there and he could explain how we all met. And I would say the number one thing about him, he hates sleeves.
Yeah. Hates sleeves. But he likes tramp stamps.
He does like tramp stamps.
Yeah. The guy will purposely lose at pool so we can draw tramp stamps on him. The hairiest son of a bitch I know. Well, maybe not the hairiest guy I know.
I don't know about.
He's pretty hairy.
I don't know about losing on purpose. Let's just be real. We'll let him talk about that. A little teaser there, but yeah, he's a neighbor. Likes to come over and have a few cocktails.
No, he likes to have a few cocktails before he comes over.
Yes, this is true. If we're having people over at, let's say, 7 o'clock, what time does it usually show up? 9:30.
And he's probably started drinking at 6 in the garage.
Yeah. And he's like 40 yards away from here.
Yeah. Needs
not even
directions.
That, yeah.
I think they drove one time when the weather was like this. If I remember
they're my direct neighbor, like literally to the left of me. And do you remember the one time we were
to the right?
Oh, it depends which way you're looking. If I walk out to my left a-hole, but the one time that we were talking about, we were texting. I go, hey, do you remember where I live? And he's like, no. I go, do you need directions? He goes, yeah. I actually went on MapQuest, like old school MapQuest, and I made it. I printed it out, and then I sent it to him in a text. Like I gave it to him or whatever. And he's like, thanks a lot. That really helped me. Helped me find the house. But yeah, we'll get him on here.
Yeah,
to figure out that format. What's going on for the guests? Are we going to put them over here, or what do you think we're going to do?
Yeah, we'll throw them in wherever.
I think eventually we're going to move around the bar too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got the feeling.
Pool table,
Play some darts over there.
Yeah.
Maybe put on a concert for you. Anything can happen down here.
Oh, yeah. See, everybody don't know. Chuck can sing and play the guitar.
I'm not like game show host, but we can do a little bit of that stuff. Maybe we'll play Name That Tune one day. Do you know music?
I know music.
Well, don't roll your eyes at me like I'm supposed to expect you to know music. You don't. I figured
I was a DJ back in the day. You think I don't know music?
That's a good point. I forgot. But the point is, if someone knows music, they should know movies. I still can't wrap my brain around this one.
No, I do lose. Like, I know the words. I have trouble sometimes putting the names of the song, but I know the song. But I've been out of the game so long.
Okay, I gotta look. I don't know if we can play music copyright wise, but maybe I'll grab my guitar one night and I'll play a couple seconds of a song and see if you can
name that tune.
Yeah, it's always kind of fun. Checked it out. But yeah, we got karaoke down here. We went to like a Dave and Buster's arcade type of place one time for a birthday party. It was actually for Derek's daughter, and my wife and I went in this room. And we thought it was like a kitchen or something. We thought it was like employees. We walk in this room, and it's probably as big as this like Barggianos down here. And it was just looked like a strip club. It was just mirrors, and all like a booth. Which of course, it was just I'm in heaven at that point. Yeah. But the whole thing was a booth and a stage. And I'm like, this is karaoke. And it was karaoke. They had a microphone like this. It was really cool. And we hadn't done karaoke in years. And we were in there for like an hour by ourselves. Nobody came in there because it was like a big open thing. And the people with us actually left. They thought we went home, and they call us like, "Hey, can we come over to Barggianos?" And we're like, "We're at the bar still. We're at the other bar." So they're like, "What?" So anyway, long story short, I looked online of like the actual software, and that's what I got. That's what on the iPad. I got some big old Bose like DJ looking speakers, and these mics are really good mics. I actually bought them for that too. So like the multi-purpose down at Barggianos.
Yeah.
But so we always have a good time. It's karaoke always sounds really cheesy and corny, but when you do it, it's like people don't want to quit doing it. It's really funny, and time goes by so quick.
Oh, it does, because songs are 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and by the
Mm-hmm.
time you're picking, and there's 4 or 5 people down here, and it's 25 minutes. You're like, shit.
Excuse me. Yeah, and when you're drinking too, that's the same way. When you're doing karaoke,
Yeah.
you can go through like freaking 10 beers, and they're not paying attention. You're just like, oh, okay.
But we got bar time on the clock.
We do. I got
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And what to the audience here? So only a couple people didn't know about this down here. Was when we were growing up at bars, and I thought all bars were like this. Let's say it's 11 o'clock. They set their clock. I believe it's 20 or 30 minutes ahead bar time. So that way, when people are a bunch of drunk assholes are sitting there, like time to go home, they'll look at the clock and they'll think it's later than it actually is. So I have a We ID sign down here. It's funny. It's like a clock, but it's a real clock too. So right now the clock is what is it? But 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
It fucks everybody up. Like everyone's
Yeah.
like, what time is it? And I'm like, oh, it's bar time. My wife, same thing. Oh, it's bar time. And some people just deer in headlights, no idea what we're
Yeah.
talking about. So did you remember bar time?
I did remember bar time. I thought it was 15 minutes.
15, 20 minutes, something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and I thought it was more tailored to around last call.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is,
Yeah.
just like for nighttime. Like,
Yeah.
you get the fuck out the bar, basically.
Yeah.
That way they get a head start and getting the drunk assholes when the lights come on. And yeah, Chuck's cursing up a storm tonight. He's all
I
upset
know.
about this bar time. It's bar time.
Been another great show, Chuck.
I don't know. Has it gone by already?
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
A little wound up tonight. Been up early since this morning, 5 o'clock. So running on fumes, but we always have time for Barggianos.
Always. Always. But don't forget, smash that like button.
We're found on all the social media sites. We got our what do you got? We got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got them all.
X.
Matt,
X.
that's a great job. Matt said it correctly.
Yes.
It's not Twitter.
It's not Twitter.
It's
It's X.
It's X. Find us on X.
TikTok?
TikTok. We have the TikToks.
Yeah.
We have a TikToki. What do we got? We got barggianos@gmail.com if you want to contact us. We're open to everything. If you want to, Matt's open to everything. I'm not. If you want to give us any kind of show ideas, if you want to contact us, if you want to insult us, everything's fine.
Yeah. We'll talk about whatever you got. We'll give you advice
Yeah.
off the record. You might take Chuck's advice, not mine. He's nicer than I am.
I'm nicer. So I'm more the smart ass, but I'm nicer. Not that you're mean. You're just, how would you say? I'm more of a pushover, I'd say.
I'm an asshole.
You're not an asshole. He sings I'm an asshole, though.
Yeah.
Is it Dennis Leary?
Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Sucking down quarter-pounder cheeseburgers from McDonald's in those old-fashioned, non-biodegradable styrofoam containers, tossing them right at the side.
I don't watch movies. Okay,
Yeah.
we get it. You know music. We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Well, Matt, you want to wrap this show up here?
Yeah.
Chucky B's got to get to bed here, and he's got to start the weekend tomorrow, so we can't be all
Yeah.
tired.
Start the weekend. Party it up.
Party on, Wayne.
Yeah.
So, again, that's a movie reference. That was my bad. So,
Wayne's World.
damn, you're getting pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Give me a cheers. Until next time, Barggianos out.